Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Just because I can. And I continue with Gabriel Knight, Sins of the Father, Blind. I still haven't explored all of the locations, so let's do that.
A police officer is either off-duty or patrolling the park, or both.
What? If he was off duty... Oh, I might listen into some details about the crime scene, maybe.
A blues band entertains on the lawn. Now that's music. Jackson Square is a good place to rest while exploring the French Quarter, and a great place to be entertained by local performers.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Not now, buddy. I'm busy.
I should have noticed that. Thanks.
Yeah, right. The band is too into their music to talk to Gabriel.
Man, he really is in no hurry, is he? Like, I would appreciate if there was an option to walk faster.
Coroner requests assistance at the
A lone drummer beats out a haunting rhythm on a large African drum. A bronze statue of Andrew Jackson marks the center of Jackson Square. The drummer is busy. Gabriel cannot interrogate that. It's one of those mimes. Oh boy. Interrogating a mime would be an exercise in frustration. Since Gabriel can't read lips, he's disinclined to start a conversation.
You white-faced geek! You want to eat my fist?
Okay, this is the mimes.
A Cajun band, inventive as always with their instruments, is having a good old time on the lawn. Funny how catchy that toe tapping can be.
The mime is following me now. Oh, not anymore, I guess.
The park officials might not appreciate Gabriel trying to move that. Jackson Square is a good place to...
What would be the...
Well, I never! Leave me alone, you man!
Okay, so it seems to be pointed out to me that the mime is like relentlessly annoying because there's been like 3 or 4 people already that have sort of shooed him away. So, am I to assume that the same thing might happen with the cop?
Hey, stop picking on me! I'll tell my dad!
Although he's sort of switching to every new person he meets.
Well, I never. Leave me alone, you man.
Which kind of seems to be a puzzle in and of itself.
That jazz band is pretty good. Of course, most jazz bands in New Orleans are.
To sort of avoid the people.
Why, you nasty thing, you. I'll call the police.
Definitely there seems to be sort of almost like a puzzle involved in getting the mime to follow you. So that can't be for nothing. And it has been sort of force fed to me in multiple displays how annoying that mime is. So clearly it seems to be setting something up.
Hey, cut that out. I told you to stop that. All right, mister. You want some of this?
A cop has driven his motorcycle into the park. Something Gabriel would probably never get away with. On the motorcycle is a police radio. Gabriel picks up the headset and listens.
Ambulance 911, have you located the crime scene? They've radioed for you 3 times.
Damn! Did you say it was north of the Lake Retreat Country Club?
South. Lakeside Drive north of Piedmont Pier, south of the country club.
Man, I don't know if it's the clouds out here today or what. Good thing this guy's already dead.
Everyone's having trouble. Must have been hallucinogens in the coffee this morning.
It's just so misty out here or something. Hey, I see a squad car. Got it, Molly.
Thank God. Have a good one, 911.
Interesting.
Stupid mime. Hey, you! Get away from that bike.
Sorry.
Okay, so I have located the crime scene. It's definitely pretty useful. But before I go there, I will also visit this. And I also have a couple of things that I want to try.
The Napoleon House is one of the French Quarter's very old, very classic neighborhood bars and restaurants. Gabriel is found here frequently. It's a bust of Napoleon. How apropos. A small table, recently deserted, holds the remains of someone's dream. A street drummer has found a spot outside the Napoleon house. Several fine old oils line the walls of the bar. The bar is a 19th century antique in lovingly polished walnut. An unhappy-looking man explores the dangers of drinking alone. A sharp-eyed gentleman in a gray sports coat hunches over a chessboard, chuckling to himself. A man in a loud tie stares morosely at a chessboard. A young man is deep into conversation with his girlfriend and feeling no pain. A young woman is enjoying drinks with her boyfriend.
What's up?
Buddy, I think the place you're looking for is down on Bourbon.
What's up?
Buddy,
Can I ask you some questions?
I'm here to relax, friend. Buzz off.
Right. Sorry. Sorry to bother you, but could I ask you a few questions?
I'm not that chatty type, am I, Sam?
No, you old bastard, you're not.
Besides, I'm busy sucking poor old Sam dry. Go bug someone else.
Ah, you're a real sweetheart, Marcus, you bastard.
Excuse me. I hate to interrupt your game, but could I ask you a few questions?
What game? This isn't a game. It's a slaughter.
He's right, you know, so let me die in peace, would you?
Nothing like a good game of chess, huh?
Yeah, well, this isn't a good game. This is torture.
Oh, well. Have fun. So, haven't... Hello there.
Excuse me? I was talking to the lady.
And she was listening raptly, I'm sure. Hi, how's it going?
Could you excuse us? We're talking here.
Yeah, this is a pretty accurate depiction of a pretty apt portrayal of how obnoxious your typical video game protagonist would be in real life. You know, people are just minding their own business, and I'm walking around and asking if I can ask them something, like, even though I don't know them and they don't know me.
Can I ask you some questions?
I'm trying to be with my lady here, pal.
Far be it from me to stand in the way of romance.
Gabriel and the bartender are old pals. His name is Stonewall King, and he knows everybody round here.
Hi, how's it going?
It's been worse.
Could I ask you a few questions?
Sure. I'm not too busy at the moment.
Tell me about the street musicians around here.
I like music as much as the next guy, but they get pretty monotonous sometimes, you know? Like that drummer right outside. They say there's been a drummer outside Napoleon House since the day it opened. I like drums, but this character really gets on my nerves. It sounds like the same thing over and over. I just want to say, enough already.
Sounds like my life. What can you tell me about your regulars in here?
This crowd, the ones you see, are mostly regulars. That guy and girl in the corner come here a lot. When they're not fighting, they're all over each other. In other words, they're in love.
Tell me about yourself.
A good bartender listens to other people's life stories without telling his own.
Does the phrase caprice sans cœur mean anything to you?
You know what goes in it?
I don't think it's a drink.
Oh, then I probably don't know anything about it.
You'd think it would be easier to find a French speaker in New Orleans, but apparently not so easy.
What's the significance of St. John's Eve?
All I know is it's some kind of voodoo holiday.
What can you tell me about New Orleans?
Greatest city in the world. I'd never want to live anywhere else.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
Voodoo? I don't believe in it myself. I invented a drink once called Laveau's Tomb, but it wasn't very popular. Some people do believe, though. Even some of our regulars here at Napoleon House.
What can you tell me about voodoo?
I'm no expert. You might want to talk to someone who believes in it.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
It's all over the papers. Some kind of serial killings.
What do you know about the voodoo murders?
Well, they say a lot of voodoo stuff is found near the bodies.
Okay, there's one thing that I wanted to check before I go. Well, actually, maybe more than one. Before I go back to the crime scene. Well, not back, because I wasn't there before, but you know what I meant.
Lucy, I'm home.
Oh boy, party time.
Grace would have a fit if Gabriel rearranged the books. Gabriel leafs through a German-English dictionary.
Spiel.
Gabriel's life is a pulp novel. He doesn't need to read one. Gabriel's had all those books in the bathroom, and the old medical reference books are useless to Gabriel.
Because there's supposedly this German guy that I was...
The desk is too heavy to be moved. It's certainly light enough.
Anything in the cash register? Because I tried to operate it, but I guess I have to open it first. As I said, the interaction business...
Gabriel opens the cash register to examine the take. Or, in the case of St. George books, the mistake.
The interaction system is a bit needlessly convoluted.
The cash register contains about $20 in small bills and change.
Can I pocket it?
Wishful thinking. It's certainly light enough, but rather useless, as Gabriel well knows.
Yeah, that famously useless thing, money. What is that? That doesn't look like a dollar bill.
It's a gift certificate left over from yet another dismal failure of a promotion. The gift certificate doesn't do that.
I trust you can live without this old gift certificate.
Knock yourself out.
Okay, I take it it's useful for something. In those old adventure games, usually...
So, what's new, Grace?
Your use of mathematics, for one thing. These books are unbelievable.
What can I say? I refuse to be bound by rules.
In those old adventure games, you usually want to pick up everything that isn't nailed down.
Got a minute, Grace?
What's up?
Do you have messages for me?
Nope. None right now.
Could you do some research for me?
Sure. What?
I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Was this guy Hans Ritter or Klaus Ritter, a German guy that called me? Maybe I can...
It's frightening. It's terrifying. Don't miss Run for Your Life. Now playing at the St. Antoine Theater.
But I don't have his number, do I?
Gabriel Knight.
The Creole Grand Dames will hold their annual Gardenia Festival and Tea this coming Tuesday at the Sons of Burgundy Hall. Admission is free.
Gabriel might as well leave.
There's what seems to be like a medicine cabinet, which I don't think I inspected the last time.
It's Gabriel's bathroom. It's Gabriel's bathroom. It's Gabriel's bathroom.
I really got to get around to cleaning up in there.
The medicine cabinet contains a few old prescriptions, personal hygiene stuff, and lots of hair products, including some hair gel.
Okay, so I can take something out of here.
I'll take this hair gel. You never know when you'll need a touch-up.
There's a flashlight on the dresser. This building's wiring leaves a lot to be desired.
Okay, to be honest, I would have never guessed this is a flashlight. I just clicked at it because it looked kind of distinct. So that definitely seems like it would be useful.
I might need a flashlight.
I am still kinda...
Those two objects. The gift certificate is written up generically and has the store's name and amount penned in by Gabriel himself.
Okay, so possibly I can sort of bribe someone with that, because that's as if I gave them, a token to spend at this shop. Like it's worse than money because it has to be specifically here, but it's better than nothing because they can get something with it. Okay, so I don't know how to call the German guy, but there's one other thing I wanted to go back and check, which is at my grandma's house. Because I get confused by the fact that there are different interaction options, move,
See you later.
pick up,
Don't
operate.
hurry back on my account.
And they might do different things. Like, I forget to check them all. And I definitely think, because there's a pretty distinct...
It's my favorite grandson. How nice.
Your only grandson, but nice try, Gran.
Make yourself at home, son.
Gabriel cannot open.
I'm going up the attic again.
Enjoy yourself, dear.
There's this pretty distinct clock over here, and I don't think I...
An elaborate mechanical clock, probably of German origin.
I don't think I utilized all of the options. Yeah, because I tried to pick it up, but didn't try to operate it.
The face of the clock is hand-painted. A key winds the clock's mechanism. A ring of 6 symbols surround the face of the clock. A sword, a sun, an angel, a noose, an eclipse, and a dragon. There's an interesting design in the base of the clock.
Isn't that like a drawer?
The hands do not appear to have any mechanical function other than to move. Nothing happens. The face of the face.
Oh, okay, so that's how it works with the movement of the mouse around. But I have no idea what to set it to, so maybe I should take another look at... Damn it, I would like to reset it for 12 o'clock. Why does it move so strangely? Okay, I'll leave it like that for a second.
A key. Nothing happens.
Are there any clues in this? I don't think
Images
so. Like, those are pretty nondescript. You know, this is like a flaming tiger, some snakes.
There's using that on the clock won't help.
Are you sure about that?
The clock and the ring of symbols does not appear to have any mechanical function, but it does move. The ring of...
The ring itself also moves. Okay, that's definitely interesting.
The
But I don't have a clue as how to operate this. Like, what should it point to? Will Grandma know anything?
That's it. Take a load off, hon.
Can we talk, Gran?
Of course, my boy. How can I help?
Tell me something about Granddad.
Your granddad immigrated to America.
Tell me about...
Your father was my...
Tell me...
Your mother...
Tell me about yourself.
What more do you want to know, dear?
Just tell me anything at all.
I had your father when I was 22.
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
Oh.
Okay, I definitely have to remember about the clock, because it definitely seems important.
Well, Gran, I better get going.
All right, dear.
The crime scene team is still at the site. Gabriel parks a bit out of the way and walks over to avoid adding to the general confusion.
Hey, mostly.
Huh? Knight, you wiener, I told you not to call me that.
Feeling jumpy?
Who, me? Don't be stupid. How'd you find me?
Oh, I was just driving by.
Well, for the book. But don't tell anyone I let you see this, huh? It's another one. As you can see, same MO and no frickin' clues. We're still waiting on an ID for the body.
That's disgusting. Isn't this a rather, public area for this kind of thing?
Yeah, they're frickin' ghosts, these guys. Lakeshore Drive isn't exactly the 10 expressway, but it is open to the public. No reports and nothing. Now, who the hell is that? Good day, Miss Getty.
What's going on, officer?
Detective Mosley, ma'am. We've got a little problem here, but nothing for you to be concerned about, Miss Getty.
I see. Thank you, Detective. And good day, gentlemen.
Whoa, I'm in love.
Forget it. That's Malia Getty. She's about as far out of your reach as the moon. Probably on her way to meet some guy with a yacht right now.
Near here?
The lake's a popular place for country clubs.
If she's out here a lot, maybe she saw something or heard something.
Man, nobody ever sees or hears nothing. I told you. Besides, you just don't go around bothering people like her.
We've about wrapped it up, sir. It's another clean sweep.
Yeah, let's get the meat wagon moving then.
Do you want to leave an officer here, sir?
Nah, just leave the tape up for a few days.
Yes, sir. If you'll excuse us, sir, we'll take him away.
Stick around and take notes for the book if you want. Watch out for the muck in the water moccasins, though. I'll be back at the station. Stop by if you want to go over the case some more.
Thanks.
But who was that woman? Like, it almost sounded like he was reporting to her. Like, she was his superior. Because she was like, is there anything I should know about? And he was like, no, nothing here, nothing, no problem, miss, or whatever. Like, what's up with that?
Gabriel is on the sand and clay shore of Lake Pontchartrain, at the site where some poor bastard got to see who the voodoo murderers really are. The site is now deserted. Lake Pontchartrain is impressive. It measures 24 miles across and stretches as far as the eye can see. But you wouldn't want to swim in it. Police tape marks off the crime scene. Lakeshore Drive runs round the entire lake. This is a particularly lonely stretch, but it's still a public road. Out damn the spot. Will these pristine banks ne'er be cleaned again?
Okay, that's a reference to Macbeth, of course.
Gabriel is already magnifying the sand. It's extremely big, bloody sand. It's extremely big, bloody sand. It's patches of grass have managed to survive life on the banks of Lake Pontchartrain. There seems to be a pattern to the lines in the sand, but if there is a pattern, it's smeared. There's only one small area that's clearly defined. The lines in the sand are fairly large. Magnification wouldn't make them any clearer. Gabriel is on the site.
But I can magnify this.
There's nothing
which seems to signify that there is some reason for doing that, right? maybe I can pick something up with the tweezers.
The police have already taken samples of the blood. Mosley will be able to tell Gabriel if there's anything significant about it. Using that on the lines wouldn't be helpful. Gabriel does not particularly want to mess with the bloody sand. Using that on the lines wouldn't be helpful.
So what would? Like, obviously I can do something with those two locations, right? Because maybe if I shine a light at it, something would be visible.
Gabriel does not using that on you.
Maybe the lines are similar to something noted in my father's journal. Indeed, it seems it's going to do something.
Let me try to get this down.
Oh no! Instead he will just note it down, which I guess is also sensible. Like I wasn't aware there's still space left, in the journal to write on.
Images haunt. The images touch a deep. The partial pattern from the crime scenes intrigues Gabriel. What does it mean? Gabriel can see that just fine without magnification. Gabriel can...
There's definitely something...
There's nothing worth magnifying in that particular location.
Definitely something...
There's no...
What's up with this?
Lake Pontchartrain is... But you... The trees on the banks of the lake are mostly oak and elm. Very old. Gabriel does not particularly want to mess... There is nothing to operate there. Gabriel can't take the lines with him that way. The police have already taken samples of the blood. Mosley will be able to tell Gabriel if there's anything significant about it. Gabriel is the site. Gabriel... Police tape marks off the crime scene.
There's clearly something going on here, because otherwise, why even give me the option to... Like, can I move it? It doesn't look like it.
Gabriel does not... There's no one here to... Gabriel... The police... The police... There's nothing to use the tweezers on there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I must be missing something here, because why would there even be an option to magnify the sand if there was nothing to do with it? Like, obviously there has to be some way to accomplish something with that.
There are marks in the grass, as though some heavy wire object had been set there. With magnification, the marks in the grass are clearer. The marks are actually deep indentations in a regular mesh pattern. Something small and iridescent is barely visible among the indentations. It looks like a scale of some sort.
Okay, that's definitely something worth gathering, right?
Gabriel carefully uses the tweezers to take the small iridescent scale.
I think it's a snake scale, but it beats the hell out of me what kind.
There's also a snake at the museum. And maybe I can research snakes back at my place.
Gabriel doesn't. There's not. There doesn't seem to be anything unusual.
Okay, I think that's it. I've gathered this and the scale from the crime scene, which definitely seems kind of important. I will research the snake. Although, first I guess I'll talk with my friend at the police station. But I will do it next time, because this episode has been long enough. So I'm going to save and end it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.